This week on Moms Like Us, Jana Kramer gets real about co-parenting with ex Mike Caussin.
It is hard, but the kids deserve us to be happy around each other, and that's what they deserve. So I just kind of bite my lip a lot.
Kylie Jenner's best advice for new moms and soon-to-be moms.
I love what she had to say, and it's so true.
Plus, why Ashley Tisdale posted a tearful selfie on social media.
Motherhood can be hard, and I totally understand and can totally relate to what she said.
We've got that plus so much more on today's Moms Like Us. Welcome to Moms Like Us. I'm Christina. That's Brianne Mans from Stroller in the City. Brianne, how are you?
I'm doing great, Christina. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're both in our pinks and our peaches today.
I know. I'm like trying to be fall, but the weather's telling me it's not fall yet. So
I know.
I'm kind of in the middle.
It's that weird in-between phase where you don't know how to dress, where it's like freezing in the morning and then warm in the afternoon. So you never know.
You never know. It's like all about layers. It's like LA weather, and I'm not used to that. And it stresses me out, to be honest with you.
Totally. So stressed. Well, we have so much news to get to this week in mom world. So let's kick it off with Kylie Jenner. She spoke with Elle.com and gave some very important advice to expecting moms. She said, "Be gentle with yourself. Motherhood is such a balancing act, and I just try to take one day at a time. Motherhood really feels like something I was always meant to do. Watching Stormy experience everything for the first time has been the best part of these last few years." I couldn't agree more. I love this. I mean, it's, you get to experience life all over again through the eyes of your child.
Absolutely. I love what she had to say. And it's so true. I see it now, like even in like my daughters, and I'm like experiencing the same things that they are. And it's just great. It's awesome.
Definitely. Do you have a best piece of advice for moms or moms to be?
I mean, I know it's so cliche, but it really does go by so fast, like literally in the blink of an eye. Like I'm still stuck with my kids being like 5 and 7 and they're not. And I have a teenager now and I'm just kind of like, what is going on? Like what happened? Like, I think it's just important to take you're so caught up in the moment and you're so stressed and you're moving at like, lightning speed. It's important to just like take a step back and just like absorb it all, appreciate it,
Yeah, no. And I think that's so true. Even in those hard moments, in those first few months, like this too shall pass. And you may miss it eventually. You're going to miss those sleepless nights when they're cuddled up next to you. It's so true.
Right. Like baby Luca's how many months now?
He's going to be 4 months next week. Crazy.
Oh my gosh. I can't even believe that. That's crazy to me. I feel like you just had him.
Right. That's what it feels like. It's like you blink and they're 4 months, and then I blink and, Gianna's 2.5. It's crazy. It just goes by so fast.
I know. It's insane.
I'm going to cry now.
I know. It makes me so sad. I know. It's so true. Well, Kylie's sister Kim was also in the news this week. She shared throwback photos of herself in her teenage years on Instagram and wrote, "I saw it was National Daughters Day, so this post goes out to my mom and my daughters for when they are teenagers. LOL, North and Shy. Please be easy on me when you're the age I was in these pics." She went on to thank her mom, Kris Jenner, saying, "And mom, I'm sorry. I remember being grounded here for Courtney stealing your car just to drive it around the block. And somehow, even though I didn't participate, I still got in trouble. So we had nothing else to do but do photo shoots in the garage. It was never me. I just listened to what my older sister said and friends. They were such bad influences and I was perfect. And for that, I'm sorry." Chris commented, "Oh, the good old days. Thank the Lord we survived that stage."
I love that. Are your kids like rebelling at all now that they're in the teenager, preteen stage?
Like my son, he just turned 13 and it was like literally like a light switch just kind of like checked off. Like, flipped and like a little bit rebelling, like not so crazy, but like today I was like, "Oh, it's chilly this morning, wear a sweatshirt." And he was like, "I don't need a sweatshirt." He's wearing a t-shirt. And I'm like, "Okay, freeze. I don't really care." So stuff like that is happening, but rolling with it. I'm just rolling with it.
Totally. Did you have a rebellious teen stage?
No, I never did. I was like Kim and I was perfect. My sister, on the other hand, is a different story. Yeah.
Same here. Totally same. My sister was the one that was always getting in trouble. I was very into sports and things like that. So I didn't really have that rebellious teenage. The only bad thing I did was date somebody that was a couple years older than me in high school. And my parents didn't like that for a while. But that was the only bad thing I think I really did.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything. My mom jokes still to this day that they would punish me, and like a week later, I would be like, hey, am I still punished? And they forgot they punished me because I would just listen to them.
I love that so much. That's amazing. I love it. All right, well, let's move on to Bethenny Frankel, because this story has caused a lot of controversy this week, and she's making headlines for defending comments that she made about pronoun use and gender identity at her daughter Bryn's school. So in her recent Just Be podcast, she described 11-year-old Bryn's classmates using their pronouns at school, saying, "We have to go into the fact that I did a Zoom for my daughter's school and had the pronouns conversation with each teacher, each parent, each child. And my daughter says in school too that everybody has to say their pronouns. And my daughter didn't even know what hers were." And she went on to share a summer camp story that had heard about a person with a penis who identifies as being a girl, being in a bunk with other girls, saying, so the other girl saw a penis. They're 9, 10 years old, so the parents obviously weren't that happy. A penis often goes into a vagina, so they might not want that visual so soon. Now, she shared that if she was raising a transgender child, she would want my child to go to another camp where there were kids in the same situation, adding not every situation is set up to make someone thrive. I know parents who won't send their children to very athletic schools because they're not jocks, so they're going to set them up for not feeling successful. You can't make every situation fit. The camp didn't think it through. Now, she also subsequently gave her opinion on inclusive bathrooms in school, saying, what happens if a child isn't ready to make a decision? Don't a lot of girls in college have a lesbian phase and then they realize that they're not? Maybe they're going through something. Maybe they want attention. Maybe they're going through a bad breakup. What is the age that someone's absolutely positive who they are? There's got to be a gray area. I've heard of situations when people unmake that decision. What does that mean for that camp? What does that mean for that bunk? Maybe a mother isn't ready for her child to see a penis in a bunk and understand that child identifies as a girl. Some listeners, of course, came to her defense, telling social media haters to stop the witch hunt, while others called the comments very offensive. A lot to unpack here.
A lot. I mean, this is going on in my daughter's school as well. Like they want you to identify. There are teachers that identify with, not a she or her. They identify something else. It's a lot. It's a lot to go through. I mean, the camp situation, I don't know. I don't have a child who wants to transgender, so I'm not in that place. So I feel like I can't give an opinion about it,
I know. I feel like hard. It is hard. And I understand Bethenny wanting to give her opinion. I do think she missed the mark on this a bit. It's to say that they should be banned and go to a camp where they're only by themselves. That's not right either. It is. There is a gray area. I think, some people might not feel comfortable with it, but that's, I don't know. It is. It's very hard. It's very hard. But I do think she missed the mark on some of this. I understand maybe what she was trying to say, but not the best way to say it.
No, she definitely came off harsh. Yeah. Absolutely. And I understand why she was in the media for it. It was kind of harsh and just not thoughtful to what could be going on with other children.
Right. Totally. And this is the world that we live in right now. People are open to speaking about it and making people feel more comfortable. And that's what we should be doing, is to make everybody feel included and inclusive, and, and to make it seem like that they have to go somewhere else or, if it's just going through a phase, they don't feel like they're going through a phase. Right.
Like there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. Like they're kids that, have strong opinions, and they, this is what they want. And I don't think that, the camp comment is kind of uncalled for.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, let's go on to our Say All moment of the week, right?
Yes. So our Say All moment of the week goes to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who shared this ridiculously cute photo of him painting his daughter's nails. I mean, it's so cute. So cute. He captioned it, "She knows who to come to for the best mani in town. At least these callous dinosaur hands are good for something." I mean, I'm dying over this.
That is the cutest thing ever. I love it so much.
I know. Does your husband do anything cute with Gianna?
He does. She has a little play crowns and play high heel shoes. So she'll put the crown on him every now and then and have a little tea party and things like that. So she's definitely starting to get into that dress up phase, and everybody else has to dress up around her. It's really cute.
It's so cute. Oh, that's my favorite stage.
I know. Ever. How about you when the girls were little?
I mean, even still, like this summer, they had this whole dance routine, like in the pool or whatever that they did. And it was so cute. Like they would put on these like performances in the pool and he just like goes with it. Like whatever my youngest says, it's cute.
It's adorable. And nothing like a daddy and daughter relationship. It's so adorable.
Absolutely.
Definitely. All right. Well, in our mom chat this week, we sat down with Jana Kramer, who talked all things co-parenting with her ex, Mike Caussin. Take a listen. How are you able to kind of put your feelings aside for him to focus on the kids and co-parenting? Because I'm sure a lot of people are probably going through similar situations and, you know, you have to put the kids first, but I'm sure sometimes you're just like, I just.
Oh no, it's very hard. But also, I mean, like I have no problem saying like the other day, I didn't do it perfectly. I was upset and I was like, oh, I didn't want this. I didn't ask for this. And my kid's crying for him. And I called and, you know, let him obviously FaceTime, but I also was just like, this is just so not fair, you know? And then I have to own it and be like, you know, I'm sorry. Like it's a hard situation. And I don't, you know, I never wanted to be in this situation, but I'm sorry. And so I think it's important to know that like we're better off and to own when frustrations do come up. But it is hard, but the kids deserve us to be happy around each other and because that's what they deserve. So I just kind of bite my lip a lot.
What's been the most challenging part about adjusting to single mom life?
It's been great because I've realized like, I'm like, okay, I can do it.
Yeah. It's
almost easier, like in a way, because I'm like, all right, like I don't have any help. So it's like, I'm just like, there's no, it was hard in the beginning, but now it's like, you know, yesterday I'm trucking the kids around, you know, around to like Jace's soccer practice, Julie's soccer practice, and like, you know, feeding dinner in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it's like, it's been great. I mean, the challenging part is again, just going back to like, I didn't want that situation, but at the same time, we both deserve to be happy. And I think the kids deserve happy parents. So
definitely she's navigating some very awkward territories, but it seems like they're making it work for their kids.
Yeah. I mean, you have to, especially when you split. You know, I know so many people going through this and it's about the parents getting along and the kids will be fine, you know?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah. So our Mom's Getting Real moment goes to Ashley Tinsdale, who shared this tearful photo on Instagram that read, I wanted to share this because I think it's important to show the parts we don't share that often. I cried in the towel because the journey of motherhood can be hard. For someone who struggles with mental health, there are days I don't feel great because I don't recognize my body. I'm still healing and occasionally will sneeze and pee at the same time. TMI, I know guys, but it's the truth, which then makes me realize how much my body has changed. The actress added that she gets anxious about talking about her 6-month-old daughter, Jupiter, anywhere amid the coronavirus pandemic and is still trying to figure out the balance of work life and mom life. She concluded by saying, I always feel like I could be doing better. So I cried and I allowed myself to cry because it's not always easy. I'm not perfect and that's okay, but I'm doing my best and that's all I can do.
So true. So sometimes you just feel like you're hanging on by a thread.
Yes, it is. I get it. Motherhood can be hard, you know, and I totally understand and could totally relate to what she said.
Yeah. Did you have you had a latest mom meltdown?
I have one like every day. Oh my gosh. I think the balance of like work life and raising children, you know, is hard. And especially like when you're not, I feel like it's harder when you're home and doing it and you're not going into an office. Mm-hmm. So like I'm doing it all and it's like, it's hard, you know, it's hard to balance it. Like last night I was like at 9:00, I'm trying to get the kids to bed, but I'm still answering emails for work. Like it just doesn't stop. Like, and sometimes you need a break, but you can't take a break because it's so busy, you know?
No, you're literally on all the time. Like you maybe get like 20 minutes to yourself after everybody goes to bed and you put your phone down and that's pretty much it. Like I felt so bad. I like snapped at Gianna the other day for something and I really try not to because, you know, she's trying to figure things out and I snapped at her and I felt so bad about it. And like when afterwards I like cried because I'm like, she's just like trying to express her emotions and I know that. And it wasn't even something that I should have snapped at her about, but I'm just like at that stage where I'm like, oh my God, I can't deal with it. And I felt really
because we're like overworked. Like I remember like, you know, when I was out of college and I had a job, it was like, okay, I answer my email from 9 to 5 and then I go home. And I don't know if it's because I was 20, but I don't know when society was like, okay, we're going to send emails at 9:00 at night and you have to reply to them. And if you don't reply within like, a 3-hour span, they're going to email you again. And, and it also makes you, I feel like now it makes me feel like I'm not on top of my game if I don't answer the email right away.
Right.
It's so silly. It's so silly.
It's so true. You put all this pressure on yourself and then you think like, oh, that person doesn't think that I can handle everything. And, like I'm slacking in certain departments, but no, I'm just trying to keep it together.
Yeah, it's so true. It's so true. I feel like I do need to set limits for myself, like just like internally, and be like, okay, it's 5:00. Don't answer your emails anymore,
Yeah, totally. It's hard to turn it off.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, this week's Celebs Moms That Are Just Like Us goes to Amber Heard, who shared these photos with her baby Una. In one arm, the actress is holding a free weight, and in the other, she's holding her baby. She captioned this multitasking mama. I mean, that's kind of like what we were just talking about, trying to multitask everything with, with work, with school, with family, with relationships. It's hard to multitask.
Absolutely. I totally get it. That was me, like literally yesterday.
Totally. That was me. Even last night with the baby, I'm holding the baby, vacuuming. It's like, we got to get it done.
Yes, I get it. Yeah. All of it.
Well, we're all multitasking all the time. Well, Brianne, thank you so much for running down all things moms with me as always.
Yes. Enjoy the rest of the week and I'll see you next week.
Definitely. Be sure to check in on Moms Like Us every Wednesday on Us Weekly's YouTube channel. Keep commenting, keep subscribing. We'll see you guys next week.